Okay, so we're going to play a little bit of a game here. Think of a number, add 9 to it, multiply the result by 3, subtract 6 from the answer, divide the answer by 3. Now subtract your original number. What did you get? I'm guessing you got 7. Did I get it right? Okay, so this is a number trick, right? And we're going to take a look at this a little more carefully and figure out what's going on. So number tricks like this work because there are certain operations like multiplication and division that get undone. So we do them and then we undo them. So which step undoes the answer times 3? So what do we do if we take the answer times 3? How do we undo that? Okay. One way that we're going to analyze a number trick is to take a look at the steps, and we're going to look at the expression. So in this table, I have written the steps that I said in the beginning, and I want you to try to complete the expression for each stage. So you're going to pause and try to fill those in. Okay, and now I want you to compare what you have written with what I have here and see if yours look the same. One of the things that I want, actually, there's a few things I want to point out here. One of them is that I want you to notice the parentheses. That's supposed to be an arrow. That are grouping the n plus 9 together. So when I multiply by 3, I put the n plus 9 together in a set of parentheses because that means I'm taking all of that and doing that times 3. Okay. The other thing that I want to point out is my division bar here, my fraction bar. That is another grouping symbol, right? It says you have to do everything on top before you divide by 3. So that fraction bar acts as a grouping symbol. And then notice down here, because of that fraction bar, I have to do all of this in the expression before I can subtract n. Okay. So here is a picture version, and I want you to see this because when you're going to do one, you're going to have to pick apart the picture and go in reverse. But here is our part that says think of a number. So instead of just thinking of a number, we're going to say that's n. Okay, and then we add 9 to it. That's what all these ones here are for. Multiply the result by 3. You can see that this line is repeated 3 times. Okay, and then we subtract 6, and there are 6 ones missing from here. Okay, divide the answer by 3. This thing, instead of taking 3 groups of it, now we only have 1 group. Okay, and then we subtract the original number. Remember, the original number was n, so now n gets taken away. And I'm left with these 7 ones, right? And that's how it's very easy to tell. Every single time, you should end up with 7. And we can see in here that here's the multiplying by 3, and then here's the dividing by 3 that undoes it. Okay. I want to point out that here we add 9, and we never see it subtracting 9. And that's because we're not fully undoing that. But the subtracting the original number here that's occurring is undoing the fact that we picked it in the first place. Okay. Okay. So you are now going to do a few different problems, but you've got this picture, which is similar to what was happening here. You've got this picture, and you need to come up with the description. So this one here is going to say, pick a number, right? And your expression is going to be n. And then you're going to build off of that. So you're going to write that verbal description, like what's happening here, and then the algebraic expression in here.